In the last issue of the Examiner, I read with interest the editorial of Father Joshan Rodrigues titled, "The Flock Must Care for Its Shepherds." And in the opening paragraph he writes, and I quote, "When John F. Kennedy delivered his stirring inaugural address, he left us with a timeless challenge. Ask not what your country can do for you, but rather ask what you can do for your country." In the second paragraph he writes, and I quote, "For most of the year, the parish priest lives beneath," and he uses a very strong word, "a magnifying glass. Every word, every action, every omission is weighed and scrutinized by the faithful. But Vianney Sunday, the day we honor the patron saint of parish priests, invites all of you, my dear brothers and sisters, to now turn the lens upon yourselves. It's a day to ask not what your priests are doing for you, but rather what you are doing for your priests." One Maundy Thursday, I asked a packed congregation to throw out 10 expectations that people have of us priests. Quite a list came up. Available, sensitive, prayerful, generous, compassionate, understanding, loving, accountable, humble, good homilists. At the end of that, I told the congregation I was sending him out on a treasure hunt to find at least one priest who has all of these 10 qualities. On reflection, my dear brothers and sisters, I asked myself, who would be an ideal parishioner? What did I come up with? One who is quick to appreciate rather than criticize. One who's ready to lead the community. One who supports the church financially. One who takes off some of the burdens of us priests. In other words, shared responsibility. One who craves for service and sacrifice rather than power and authority. One who's ready to take the jug of water and basin from the hands of the priest and say, "Father, let me wash your feet today." I came upon an interesting post on Facebook about what people say about us priests. If he preaches over 10 minutes, he's long-winded and wasting time. If his sermon is short, he didn't prepare it or he cannot preach. If he smiles too much, he's too cool. If he thinks too much, he's an introvert. If he's handsome, you wonder why he didn't get married. If he's ugly, we think no one else wanted him. If the parish funds are high, then he's a businessman. If he mentions money, he's money-minded. If he visits his parishioners, he's nosy. If he doesn't, he's snobbish. If he has fairs and bazaars, he's bleeding the people. If he doesn't, there isn't any life in the parish. If he takes too long in the confessional to help and advise sinners, then he takes too long. If he doesn't care. If he celebrates liturgy in a quiet voice, he's boring. If he puts feeling into it, he's an actor. If he starts Mass on time, his watch is fast. If he starts late, he's holding up the people or he had a late night himself. If he tries to lead the people in music, he's showing off. If he doesn't care what the Mass is like. If he decorates the church, he's wasting money. If he doesn't, he's letting it run down. If he's fat, we think he doesn't miss anything. If he's skinny, they see he's very fussy. If he's young, he's not experienced. If he's old, he ought to retire. If he has a nice car, we wonder where that money comes from. If he has an old car, we think he's not of our time. If he's in a cassock, it's said that he's a traditionalist. If he's in a t-shirt or even shorts, they say he's social and that he will leave the ministry. But if he dies, there may be no one to replace him. I want to return to the concluding paragraph of Father Joshan's editorial, and I quote, "On this Vianney Sunday, as we lift up our prayers for our priests, we should remember how deeply their lives intertwine with our own. They are there from the cradle to the grave, at baptisms, first communions, weddings, funerals. They are friends, counselors, teachers, advisors, and at times the reluctant recipients of people's frustrations and anger. We enter your lives. We leave our mark upon your hearts. And before you even know it, we have to move on and we are transferred. My dear brothers and sisters, pray that we priests have the heart of Jesus, who embodies the love, compassion, and selflessness of Jesus Christ in our ministry and our daily lives. May we strive to reflect Christ's love for humanity through our actions, sacraments, and dedication of serving others, especially those in need. We shepherds love the flock that is entrusted to us. We are charged with ceaseless care for each one of you. And maybe, just maybe, we do need to be reminded from time to time that you also love us and are willing to care for us too. Don't wait for your priest to be transferred. Don't wait for their funeral mass to show them your appreciation. That day may be too late. I hope on my own tombstone will be engraved the epitaph, "Here lies a people's priest."